Tell me when you're ready, Arthur. Okay, Rod, you can get started.
Kyle, looking back at the last time you played Louisville, which wasn't too long ago, it was one of those games where they really got on the boards. Do you remember noticing that during the game, or just when you looked at the stats after the game?
Right. I think looking at the film after the game, we kind of realized how hard they were crashing the glass. But I think this time we'll be a little bit more prepared. I feel like we've gotten more physical, since that game. So I think we'll be in great shape.
Kyle, Josh has praised you for just being really solid and steady this year. Some people can take that as a backhanded compliment, but just talk about the importance of being just a steady presence at point guard and what it means to help unlock the efficiency of an offense.
I would say just knowing whatever my team needs and knowing how to get others involved. I think the best players to play with and to play, to have on your team is the ones that make others better. Because if you only make yourself better, you're not that dynamic, in my opinion.
Coach talks about, who he has on the floor and who he substitute. He likes to go by feel and what's going on in the game. As a player, are you aware of that, and have you adjusted to that?
Yeah, I think I've adjusted to it. I think I just try to empty out my tank, because you can never control when you're going to come in and out the game. You can just control what you do when you get your time out there.
Besides repetition and working on it, what is it about your skill set that makes you good as a mid-range shooter off the bounce? You get your guard in isolation, and you can body him up, and then you just raise up from the elbow or from the mid-range, which sort of is a lost art in basketball.
Yeah.
But you're really consistent with that. Why do you think you are so proficient at that type of shot?
Like you said, reps, but I think, honestly, it's just a natural skill that I always had. Knowing that, bigs are down, closer to the rim, and I'm pretty quick, so I can get by my guy anytime I feel like. So that's the most open shot for me. That's why I've, tried to perfect it.
The last game, it seems like you guys made that extra pass a lot to open up some shots. Was that an emphasis going into the game?
Yeah, I think we're starting to understand that it's not going to be a one-man show. We all have to play together and play for one another, and the success will come to all of us if we win.
What are your thoughts about this being the last home game and all that?
Man, it's a lot of thoughts. It seems like this season's went by so fast, and we've grown so much, and I just really want us to capitalize on the opportunities we have left.
Looking at your shooting over the last 3 or 4 games, you've seen it really make a rise, especially from three-point land. What is going into that? I mean, I imagine you spend a lot of time in practice or after practice getting some shots up. What can you tell me about the recent shooting that you've shown?
Yeah, I think first I got to credit my teammates for always, finding me in those spots, and feeding me confidence with, their passes. But I think, like you said, just a lot of reps and confidence and believing it's going to go in, and not really thinking about the result, just focusing on the process.
As you're saying before about things getting team playing better and so forth. What do you beyond winning? I guess these last few games of the season. What are you trying to see, or what do you hoping to see?
Like you said, winning. That's what we're here to do. But I think just to show our character. That we've been through a lot of ups and downs this year, but we can only be judged on our effort and what we can control. And I think that's what I want to see from me and from the rest of my teammates, that we just didn't quit.
Last home game of the season, and I guess only 2 games after that. What lies ahead for Kyle Sturdivant?
That's a great question. Honestly, I haven't thought that far ahead. I just want to continue to, be in the present moment and help my team win right now. And anything I can do, beyond that, it's gonna take care of itself.
When I was saying you have a year that you could use, is that? It's like do you see that as a possibility, or
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't like I said, I haven't really thought too much into it because I feel like it doesn't sound crazy to me, but to other people maybe. But I feel like we have a lot of year left in us right now, so I've just been trying to focus on that.
The pick game, it just seemed like it was so close to take. And what do you think happened? I guess for you guys to play so well, but then on the flip side, when Pitt began to take control, what was happening there in those sequences?
I think they hit some big shots, some timely shots, and I think we contested it. 85% of them were heavily contested. Sometimes that's just how basketball is. The winner usually makes the more shots. You know what I mean? So I think they made timely shots, and then we kind of had some possessions where we didn't get timely buckets, and so that's kind of how the game went.
You're arguably playing the best ball of your career right now. Mm-hmm. When you finally do sit down and decide what to do about your future, will that enter into your decision?
Yeah, I feel like that's a great way to think about it. But I think it's all has been leading into steps, day by day, just getting better and letting everything fall where it's gonna fall.
The effort part of it, it's been remarked often that there's a lot of it'd be easy to just say we've lost 9 games in a row, this is going well, I'm just gonna look for my shots or whatever. How do you explain how you guys have been able to stick together?
I think that's just a testament to our character and how much we truly do care about each other. It's easy on a cliche team to say about my brother, but we really feel that way. We look out for each other on and off the court, and I think, that's what you're seeing now.
Going back to that Louisville game and the rebounding, it seemed like after that game, that's when you guys really started to, I think you started to out-rebound all the teams you were playing. Mm-hmm. What went into that?
A mindset, knowing that we only have X amount of games left. So, if we're going to make a run, we need to do it now.
Andy, you got anything? Cool. Thank you, Kyle.
Mm-hmm. See you, Jen.